Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to lead run here. The Binding of Isaac Victor Pens Plus series. Happy Friday, Mosh Pit. We're doing a greed and run, as I talked about at the end of yesterday's video. Oh boy. Mike 1, Bravo 6, Zulu Golf, Bravo Sierra. We've got Isaac's Tears, which I guess they could be okay. At least we have good stats, though, to start us off with, and movement speed. But starting off with an orbital, especially Cube and Meat, is kind of a big slap in the face. So yeah, not a phenomenal start in terms of items, but at least our stats are okay. Our shot speed's really high for an Isaac start anyway. But yeah, as I talked about yesterday, we're probably going to do a greed run today just because I'm catching up in the backlog just a little bit, with me being, having to go to the hospital, yada, yada, yada. And if that's the first you're hearing about it, I'm okay. I just had to take a day off. I know, it's Invicta taking a day off. It was a forced day off, to be fair. So I don't enjoy taking days off. I can't. You know, it's the blessing and curse of working from home, of living in work. You know, while I'm always here, idle hands are the devil's playthings, and I certainly don't want to get too playful here because if I'm here and I'm not in the gym, I'm working. I feel like I have to work. I can't sit down and just be at my computer, you know. I do tend to watch streams sometimes, and I'll buy into card breaks. And you know, I have my ways of relaxation, but for the most part, if I'm home, like I just want to work. You know, it's never felt like work to me, and I take pride in working very hard, and you know, just being plugged in. You know, knowing what's going on in the trading card markets and what's going on with YouTube and trends and all that kind of good stuff. It's important to know that. In this industry, this job is not just a one hat job. You got to wear tons of hats, and part of that is in market research, knowing what's trending, what's not trending. You know, what to talk about, what not to talk about, that sort of stuff. And it's, you know, you got to be your own accountant, you got to be your own editor sometimes. Though I of course have Alex now, thankfully. The shorts and everything, but you have to be your own like audio guy. You got to be your own tech assistant. I mean, it's a lot of jobs roped into one that you don't get paid for. But you got to know it. It's a skill set. I don't know why I don't even know how we got on this tangent here. I'm just trying to make sure that we don't get hit because I really want to get a devil deal. But we're not gonna be able to take one with only 1 HP. It's not a good one anyway, unless we get like the mark or something like that. Athame, of course, is very, very strong in greed. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Now, our movement speed's way too high for you, Dingle. Gonna pause here and go into the item room. Get ourselves a Yabe. The D10 is practically useless in greed. Oh, well, hello, Little Horn. I have restarted the... this is a few hours removed after the last episode was recorded, but I have restarted Isaac since then. Mom's Key is also kind of useless for us. Sty wouldn't be that bad, but what's more important is us getting the ability to buy a devil deal with HP. So I am going to forego taking an item on this floor in hopes that in lieu of us getting enough HP to afford a devil deal, a good one at that. Our DPS right now is adequate for where we're at. We also just added Little Horn, so that is going to cause a little bit more damage for us, which is nice. And we get 2 items that don't really help us out. It might be controversial to say about money equals power, but I stand by it. That's very mid in it's very mid in greed mode. Because you're always going to be exhausting the money, right? It only serves as a temporary damage upgrade, and that's only if you're obviously holding on to the money. So, yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold on to this HP upgrade. Let's go check out what's inside the curse room. It's a push, and yeah, so a very uneventful first floor for us. Unfortunately, let's hope that it gets better on the next floor here. So, we have good stats though to start with, anyway. We got on last week's question of the episode coming in. This is a repeat question, kind of, but hey, I said a long time ago I'm just going to And make sure people don't get upset. I'm just always going to read the most upvoted question no matter what it says, as long as it's Isaac related. This one coming in from Austin Fighter. I'm going to say Figert or Figert 6938, who said, question the episode, how would you feel about the Angel Deal door showing up first? And if you decide to take Angel Deals, you get a blessing instead of curses. If you reject Angel Deals, then you can no longer get a blessing. Devil Deals will always have a chance, but once you take one again, you get curses instead of blessings. Kind of like choosing light side versus dark. We've talked about blessings and curses before in the game, but what you're describing, Austin, is just the reverse of Devil Deals, of how we have it right now, right? Because if you think about it, what we have, the current iteration of what you're talking about is already implemented in the game, except reversed, right? We call them the curses. So the curse in this case would be the first door that we see is going to be a Devil Deal. Right, and if we reject it, then the next curse we get is going to be a blessing, or an Angel Deal. That exists currently in this game. What you're proposing would just be the exact opposite. So if we have a blessing instead of a curse, the first off, that means that we're getting a guaranteed Angel Deal on floor 2, and then if we reject that, then we get the guaranteed Devil Deal on floor 3. And if we take that, then we get cursed for the rest of the run, or the Devil Deal precedent. So. I still think that having an option to take an Angel Deal or Devil Deal on the second floor is just the better solution. I think that there should just be an Angel switch or a Devil, or just a switch, literally just a pull lever with a little Devil icon or an Angel icon, and then you pull one side or the other. Think of it like a train track selector, where you're guaranteed to get either one or the other on the second floor. And if you leave it in the middle, there's 3 options. You can pick Devil Deal, you can pick Angel Deal, or you can leave it right in the middle. You can leave it neutral. If you leave it neutral, that means you have a chance of either getting one or the other, but not both. You can never get the other one on the second floor, right? If you choose the Devil Deal switch, then you're always going to get a Devil Deal on that for that run in that specific moment on floor 2. If you choose the Angel switch, then you're going to get the Angel Deal on that floor. I think that's an elegant, easy solution that doesn't require a lot of programming, and I think that it gives the player more control over what they want to do in their runs. So that is my solution for that. For the whole blessing versus curses thing. Now blessings, in another context of what we discussed, blessings instead of like curse the lost, we have blessing of the found or something, and that would give you the full mapping plus the locations of all secret rooms. A blessing of the found, or blessing of greed. All enemies have a much higher chance of dropping multiple coins. Blessing of life, same thing goes except for hearts. All enemies that are killed have a much higher chance of dropping hearts, including soul hearts and eternal hearts. What would be some more of the ones? The blessing of opulence would mean that you would have it would eliminate all quality 0 and 1 items from the entire floor for that run, just for that one floor, not for the entire run. That sort of stuff. Blessings of grandeur, you would have better shops and they would cost less. Stuff like that. I think those are all good items, and not just because I'm the one who's coming up with it, but I do know that the exact answer from Zombolis would be, it sounds like it would make a great mod, because that's what they say for everything. A range upgrade is not what I wanted, although we did need some range, so I guess. Yeah, whenever an idea gets brought to the table like that, we will hear, it sounds like it would be a great mod. So don't ever expect any of my crazy ideas to ever make it in Isaac. But it's still cool to dream. Now, technically speaking, I have influenced a couple of the changes in Isaac, which is cool. And obviously, like a lot of bug fixes too that I've pointed out and submitted to Zombolis. But balance changes, oh brother. You put me in charge of that, we're about to have a lot of. There's going to be a lot of people who don't like me who will be really mad, and there's going to be a lot of people who play the game who will be really happy. We do get our angel deal, and sure, we'll take some soul locket power. Let's see what. So soul locket's going to give us random stat ups for every soul heart that we pick up. So let's see what we get. Range and shot speed, range and damage, tears and luck. Yippee. No thanks. Well, at least that ghost saved us 10 cents. No, no. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. You do not take glass cannon in greed. We gotta get our soul heart back. Might as well check to see if the secret room is there. Hive Mind's not gonna help us out here. Taurus, Taurus might be okay. Maybe, but it wouldn't really help us that much, though. Like, Hive Mind is interesting, but I still don't think that it's worth 15 cents right now at this stage of the run. Ooh, but that is, though. So we get Diplopia. Okay, okay, okay. So, wow, that was a fast launch there. So if we get 2 Guppy items in the same Devil Deal, we could potentially get... Okay. We could potentially get Guppy in one turn. One Devil Deal. Now, don't do what I just did. There's no reason for us to use the orbital there. I'm just trying to be fancy. Sometimes I get a little too fancy for my own good. But sometimes you gotta live a little, you know? All right, so there's nothing that we really want in here. I do want to go pick up another soul heart. We got a range upgrade again. The shop's not great. I'm hoping that we don't get stuck with another angel deal. I want a devil deal here, so we can maybe get a guppy item. And we're fighting Uriel for some reason. Right there, you got to be a little bit careful whenever you have Little Horn. The little jostling that can happen you can inadvertently hit yourself by moving the enemy into a more favorable position for them, not for you. It's just gonna be double super lust. You girls need to chill. That's what super lust. That's what my skin looked like when I was in the hospital with the allergic reaction. I'm not even joking. Maybe not that bad. Like my face wasn't swollen, but I definitely had hives everywhere. We got another angel deal. And we're going to get more soul hearts. But this is not what I wanted. Now I am going to... Well, no, I can't hurt myself because we've got the golden heart. So we're just going to have to leave that. Yeah, not a great... there's a Tenet Rock up there, but... We don't need soul hearts, so... Not really worth the bomb. I'm going to hold on to the bomb. Alafront said, I also go to the gym at 3 a.m. It was a tough transition, but the time that I save throughout my day makes it very worth the early start. Yeah, I like working out whenever it's really, really, really early in the morning. Like currently, it's 4:57 in the morning right now at the time of this recording. Oh my gosh, secret room is in here. Like part of me wants to really... I still want to go to the gym, but I know that I'm not supposed to, so... Don't be a fool. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl who doesn't listen to your doctor. Like... The doctor says, hey, don't do this. Just don't do it. You're not a doctor. They are. Just let them tell you what to do. But I really wanted to work out today. I've been eating like crap today. It was a recovery day. It was a very physical, very physically draining day. Like I woke up and felt like I had been struck by lightning. I don't even know what that feels like, but I imagine it feels like what I felt today. So I was like out of it. I was like, you know what? I know that I'm not allowed to go to the gym. I'm gonna eat like crap today. Whatever. You know. Just gotta get back in the gym on Monday and just go to town. Back to work. Got to put in that work. Lightweight. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. Thanks, Ronnie. Well, raw liver is just a great amount of value there with the double red heart upgrade. We have Tech 0.5, which is going to help us out and deal some good damage. Extra damage. Ancillary damage? I'm not sure if that's how you would use the term there. My gosh, that is a... Wait, is this the Gertie? It's a double champion Gertie Jr. Gertie wave. This is weird. I don't like it. No Matheo. No Matheo. Alright, now give us the double deal. We get double green bloat. We did. Wow, what a bad champion wave this was. Very, very dangerous wave. Okay. I don't know how both of you are still alive at this point. When has green bloat ever spawned that many maggots? We're getting stuck with angel deals now. We do get Crown of Light, which is an excellent item, of course. That is going to double our damage, so no complaints there. But why do I get the feeling that we're just never going to get to use Diplopia? Yep. If I wanted to prevent the player from using Diplopia, that's what I would do. Give him a bunch of angel deals and then curse the blind. Okay, game. Okay. Alright. So, we took damage, which means that we don't get Crown of Light for the rest of this room, unless if I leave here. And we're just going to lose, like, all of our soul hearts, too, I guess. And not, like, our bone heart. Can we lose any more HP, game? Yeah. There goes the bone heart, right as I was trying to pick up that red heart, so... It's a take damage palooza here. On Curse the Blind. Mm-hmm. Yep. Got another one? Nope. So I'll take the boss item, but that's the only thing I'm going to be taking in here. And what a boss item it is. All right. Yeah, so this floor was just one giant middle finger. And it's going to give us a double deal, which is going to be blind that we can't... that I will take, but we're probably not going to have a whole lot in there. So I need to be Johnny on the spot with Diplopia in case if I do pick up a guppy item. Because maybe we can get a second guppy item out of there. What a very, very odd, terrible floor, man. The damage of this floor has been ridiculous. The damage we've been taking, I mean. Yep, there's a double deal. Ask me how I knew. And I'm not going to play your game. I'm not going to play into it. I refuse. I refuse to be a pawn. So all we can really hope for now, there's no soul hearts in here at all. So I'm not going to use Diplopia for this. I will take the tears up. That is going to break the tears cap. Our soap is going to max it out. We get mystery gift. We can use this inside of here and get euthanasia. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. I guess we'll take this just to see what the tarot card is. And it's going to be the Empress card. Oh, that was a real neat trick there, game. Hiding the shots. Hiding the shots inside of the euthanasia proc. That's a new one. Good on you for trying so hard today. We get more greeds? How about a fourth one? How about a fifth one? Yeah. Why not? I love all these shots that are just happening when things die. It's going great. That's definitely the surefire way to counter Crown of Light Gear game. Good double proc there on Bighorn. Let's walk out and walk back in to reset Crown of Light. And I really wish that we had anything in here that we could use. But I guess Blood Clot is better than Echo Chamber. HP upgrade. And another Orbital. You know, you play the game long enough, you see what the game's trying to do. That's how I knew there was going to be a double deal on that Curse of Blind. Good damage here, shredding Braille. So we're going to get our Angel deal this time. And then that's going to be that for Diplopia. We're going to finish this run with a full Diplopia. Nope. Heavy's Tail and Hungry Soul. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's just, yeah, there's no reason. I'd rather re-roll the shop or like buy something that we can get with Diplopia than use it on a practically useless devil deal. Now this is interesting. We did get booster pack along with Echo Chamber. We get Airwalk and the reverse devil card. So what we can do is we can use the mystery card. Won't do anything for us. We can use the Empress card now. So that's going to use the ace, the two of diamond, or the two of, that's going to use the two of clubs. This is going to use the Empress card and also the reverse devil card. And then we can use Airwalk to use all that stuff again. So Echo Chamber uses the last 3 cards, 3 or 5. It's one of those. They always change it. So in theory, when we use Airwalk, we should also get the Empress card and also the reverse Bible card to proc. Era Walk. There we go. Now we have the Empress card. Ultra Greed is going to be ultra slow. and really showing you the power of Iroquois. The card that you don't really see me use a whole lot of, but it is phenomenal whenever you're trying to get into a no-hit situation. For those of you trying to run like Tainted Lost or Tainted Hee-Haw and Jacob or whoever, save your Iroquois cards because they are invaluable for no-hitting bosses. This is where Athame really shines if we had it. There we go. No problem at all with the Ultra Greed run. Yep. Took forever for the greed machine to come down. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. How about one more? One more for the road. It's a Friday. That one was pretty quick. Double greeted up on a Friday. Second run, Lima, November 7-7, Whiskey Lima, Quebec Juliet. We got Husky's Haircut and Telekinesis, which is actually not a bad starting item at all. Tropicamide, I'm less enthused about, but we get range anyway. Okay, a free flat penny. Well, it's not free, but a flat penny would save us a lot of money in the long run from buying keys, so I don't want to take too much damage for now until we're well on our way here. So Telekinesis does that. It will stop shots, and then eventually it will wear off, so you have to be careful, but you can do that, and then it will fire the shots back at their firer. But it's not perfect. The shots still can, if you're not fast enough, the shots can and will still make contact with Isaac, so you have to be careful about that. But they're very good at repelling flies and stuff too, like this. So if the corn flies are getting a little too ornery, you can prevent them from hitting you and buy yourself enough time to escape. But as you see right there, it's not foolproof. Yeah, this is another really not great first floor here. We did get the one that was shooting at us, thankfully. This tears rate's real bad, though. Yeah, so that dingle pushed that fly into us, and that's something that Telekinesis can't stop. Try not to pick up any money so we could actually get some keys with the flat penny, but the game had other ideas. There we go. So that just saved us 15. We paid 5 cents to save 15 cents, so it's very good value there. I get a little chubby, which is not what I wanted. We're gonna need some HP here, and because we bought the flat penny, we can't get marrow right now, so we have to be very cautious in this fight here with bad tears. But I'm hoping that little chubby can help us out and do us a solid. Little chubby. She's little and she's chubby. She's little chubby. Now, what I will say about Telekinesis, it's a good item, but do not rely upon it to stop, to like carry you defensively. It is good, but it's unreliable in terms of like clutch moments and stuff. You know, it can run out. You can trigger it a little bit too late or too early, and then it wears off before. It's hard to time the shots, the incoming shots, whenever when you're in the thick of it. So just be aware of that. It's a good defensive item, but it's not foolproof. Yeah, so we've got plenty of keys now. So flat penny was absolutely worth picking up. We have to take marrow here because we have no way of getting a devil deal any other way here. We can actually go in the curse room. Hopefully there's a soul heart in there. There's not, but there's Guppy's collar. Undoubtedly the one that was recycled from the claw machine the other day. And I'm just making a joke. It doesn't actually work like that. Now we saw what happened yesterday. We did have a good run. Not yesterday. What am I talking about? The last run. The last run here with Crown of Light. That did end up working in our favor, but I'd still prefer not to be stuck with Angel Deals if at all possible. And we're going to get stuck with Angel Deals once again. Celtic Cross procced, by the way. Ooh, back-to-back Angel Deals. Yuck. But hey, at least we don't have to buy keys, so there's that. I think he's going to give us his soul heart. I should have gone into the curse room first, though, and I do not want the finger. But we do get a much-needed Tears upgrade here, and there is a reroll machine, thankfully. Old Bandage is honestly not that terrible. What are you? Cool card. I shouldn't have bought that. I'm just happy that we have a Tears upgrade. I think that there should be a penny item, kind of like the flat penny or the burnt penny. I think there should be one where there's a very small chance for coins to drop chests. What do you say? You can call it like the bountiful penny. We got hit there. Yeah, like the bountiful penny trinket. Each coin you pick up has a very small chance to drop a chest or generate a chest when you pick it up. So, you know, that's a fun item. That's an item that I can get behind. Telekinesis is doing us a solid here. There's something very valuable in just being able to stand and trade with something that's shooting at you. Yeah, I'm going to go Old Bandage here because we've been taking a lot of damage. Ooh, I will take... Lump of Coal is fantastic in any scenario, but especially in Greed. Good damage by Little Chub there. Come on, Little Chub. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, man. The clown physics. We cannot lose this Bone Heart. We cannot lose this Bone Heart. Bone Heart is our lifeline. I do want Lump of Coal, but holding on to the Bone Heart is, well, it's not priority, but we need to not lose it here. We need damage too. Famine or Pestilence, you need to calm down with those try-hard shots. Okay, so we're going to pause for a second. We don't have a bomb. I really, really, really don't want to lose this Bone Heart. But I can't pass up Lump of Coal just to hold on to a bone. Wait, there's a half red heart in here. Okay. Breath of fresh air right there. All right. Now we're good. Now we take a Lump of Coal. Oh, come on. Yeah, we would have definitely lost the half bone heart, or the bone heart in here. Maybe. But it is Friday, everybody. I hope your Fridays are going well. Don't forget that tonight will be Pokemon night over on the Twitch channel. We had a lot of fun breaking Pitch Black last week, the brand new Pokemon set. And we have the brand new Rayquaza set coming out today, actually. So don't miss out on that. At the time of this recording, I'm hoping that I got all my boxes. I did order a bunch of boxes for the Mosh Pit for breaks for the new Rayquaza set, because it is going to be the new hotness. A lot of people lining up to get that set. So check it out. Invicta.tv is where you can order stuff. And also, we have new merch. We got new t-shirts. Limited edition Carnage shirts are now available. I posted about it on Twitter and in the Discord as well. So go check them out. Go buy a shirt or 2 or 10. Curse of the Blind. Curse of the Blind. You love it. I love it. We all love it. DJs is going to give us a very significant amount of soul hearts, so let's not lose that. Lump of coal plus dark matter here is going to give us a good amount of scaling damage. And speaking of scaling, we also have Rotten Baby, which is going to give us those flies, which do also scale with our damage, so... But Curse the Blind basically means that we won't be buying anything in the store, and the Devil Deal is probably also going to be a skip. I don't like buying blind Devil Deals, especially with Soul Hearts. Getting a Tears Up would have been nice if we had gotten one. The PJs keeps us alive for now. Telekinesis can't do anything about that. We could try to re-roll and go for some soul hearts, but honestly, we have enough soul hearts to stay out of danger for now. And yeah, I don't want to use money for a re-roll when we can just go to the next floor and not have Curse the Blind, hopefully. Fear Shot doing work here against Cage. Putting in that work. Look at that. Little Chub traveled all the way down with the Cage. There's literally no reason for us to do the Devil Deal, so I'm just not going to. There's a Tinted Rock there along with a Sack, so we do have a Bumba. That's good. This could be worth it. I wouldn't mind. Well, Small Rock would be a little bit of a liability, but I'd take it at this point for a Tears upgrade. But we didn't get one. Get more Yaves. And yeah, with it Curse the Blind, there's literally no reason for us to do the Devil Wave. Ooh, now Jacob's Ladder on the other hand. Now we talking. The box is the box. Let's go into the Curse Room because we can full card out of here for half price. Get a bunch of keys, which we do not need. Soul Hearts are good, but we need tears. And there's some tears. And some shot speed, which I definitely don't need, but the tears supersede the importance there. Of the downside of having too much shot speed. A card battery and telekinesis is interesting, but the thing is with telekinesis is that its effectiveness is kind of lost the further on that you get into a greed run, because you're going to be facing a lot less enemies that are actually shooting at you and more that just want to run into you and stuff. Case in point. Or they have attacks that can't be stopped by telekinesis. Celtic Cross. These are some really mean waves we're getting here. Okay. We got gate. Now the 9-volt telekinesis is a significant upgrade. If we can get that. But again, it's not one of those upgrades that I'm going to prioritize that much. It's one of those things where if we see the 9-volt, I'll take it, but definitely want to get Monstro 2 out of here as fast as possible. Really happy that we have Jacob's Ladder. There we go. I don't think car battery is the play here for telekinesis. Yes, the increased duration is nice, but it's not great. Sty, we don't have enough tears rate to really make Sty work, in my opinion. So we got to hope and pray that we get a Devil Deal here, which we know we're going to get because we've taken a Devil Deal. But we need to not take damage is the thing. You get our Devil Deal, and do we though? Come on, Celtic Cross. There we go. Celtic Cross did proc along with Old Bandage, so we got an extra heart drop, and we got Gimpy, which is a defensive upgrade, but hey, it's better than nothing. We could take the Soul of Hee-Haw and Jacob. Might as well. We could use them for Ultra Greed. All right, we need to get some significant upgrades here, and this is not a significant upgrade, but Parasitoid is. Now if we can manage to get Hive Mind, oh baby. A Cat o' Nine Tails is a good damage upgrade, but we need to get Tears up. We need to get some Tears ups here. We have so many keys that using one key for Ascent is actually fine. We're never going to use this many keys on a greed run, unless we have the D20, of course, which we don't. Old Bandage hooking us up. Yeah, no thank you. We need movement speed, so Caffeine Pill is going to have to be it, but slim pickings in terms of Tears upgrades for now. Parasitoid is going to help us out greatly. Now, I made a mistake here. I shouldn't have gone all the way to this back wall because we cannot escape the Blorbs if they decide to trap us against that fire, as you just saw. Yeah, movement speed is... I would say movement speed is almost more important than Tears right now, and that Caffeine Pill is going to be greatly needed. And of course, if you made it this far in the run, everybody, you're enjoying yourself or enjoying the fact that we did a double greed run, make sure you click the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. This would give us a fire rate upgrade, so we need 10 cents, but we've got to stop taking damage. We're getting hit by some pretty insane stuff. We did just destroy 3 widows, though. That is not a sentence that you ever want to say outside of Isaac. Don't say... The stuff that Isaac makes you say sometimes is, abhorrent. Okay, chill. Joe Telekinesis. We need to get this fire rate upgrade. We need 1 cent, game. 1 cent from a fire, please. No? No? Nothing? Just 1 cent. That's all I'm asking for. 1 cent. Okay. There we go. We get our tiers upgrade, thankfully. We get our bomb back. Good, 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 good. Now it's just about holding on to our HP. That's not how you do that. We get Judas's freaking shadow, which I think I am going to take. And then we can get as long as we die here, we can get Empty Vessel. Now what I don't want is I don't want Guppy's Collar to proc. It didn't. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. All right, now we are Black Judas. Now we've got the DPS. All we have to do now is stabilize our HP, and we're home free. So show us a soul heart in here. Skinny Eyed Mushroom's tempting, but it's not what we want at this point. As long as we can just get a soul heart to show up, then we are A-okay here. But you can guess what's probably not going to show up. But our damage, though, is sick, nasty, crazy. We got a movement speed upgrade, thankfully. Toys going ham here. So is Rotten Baby. Yeah, we just carved through all of that wave, but man, we did not get a lot of money here. Just give us a soul heart, game. There we go. I wouldn't mind getting a tears up, but right now just keeping our life stable is the biggest thing. In Isaac and in real life, of course. Well, I know that Isaac is real life. Some people, anyway. It's a very odd wave here. Double Frail plus Stain. Black Judas just carves through all of them. Now remember, we also have Empty Vessel, so the Empty Vessel shield is a go for us. There you go, Telekinesis, plowing through everything. 9 lives, it's not worth it. As Black Judas at this point, it's not worth it. We have too much HP to give up, so it's way too expensive. Not worth. Very rarely will you ever see me pass up 9 lives and Skinny Eyed Mushroom, but in some cases, it's not the most important thing, and this would definitely be one of those cases. Once again, we are back here. Ultra Greed, we managed to hold on to a Soul of Jacob and Hee-Haw. Let's just see what pops out. Oh my goodness. A whole bunch of cards. We got Nose Goblin. Go spades. We don't need any more keys. Ace of Hearts. Judgment. Wheel of Fortune. Chariot card. There we go. Turn everything into hearts. We got a soul heart. I'm not sure what Esau got, but he's got Buddy in a box, and looks like the mom transformation. Okay. That's Esau getting hit, not Judas. Oh, he got black powder. Yo. Hee-haw, coming up clutch. Although I can't use it right now. Okay, chill. No. Good damage there from Nose Goblin. Look at that. Or hee-haw, protect us. There we go. So double greed on a Friday, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I said I was going to try to do a shorter video yesterday, but hey, we did it. We got there. So thank you for watching, everyone. Don't forget about Pokemon Night tonight over on the Twitch channel. If you care about Pokemon cards, or if you just want to just hang out with the Mosh Pit, it's a great place to do so. Here's your screenshot of the day submitted here by, I'm going to say, Boysenberry Prudent. Now, I want to preface this by saying I did not take this screenshot. This is a screenshot that was provided to me. So it's very dark. But I wanted to show it anyway, just because this is actually a Rebirth screenshot. That thread was not an XL, by the way. And then in the thread they said, and yes, I did all this trying to find the shop. That is if you can see it, that's quite the screenshot. Look at the size of that. Like, it's like a crater almost. It's like Ungoro Crater from WoW, except an Isaac map. So thank you for sharing that one, Boyson. Next time I would definitely say make sure that the overlay is not on, but I appreciate it nonetheless. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and hyping, everybody. Have a great Friday. Hopefully see you tonight here on the Twitch channel. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Michael McMaster and Mr. Moneybags. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.